For the next 24 hours, I'm going to be consuming nothing but protein shakes. But here's the thing. These aren't just going to be regular protein shakes with a couple scoops of whey and water. I'm going to try to provide a couple of different recipes that may help inspire you if you think that having a protein shake every now and then might help meet your goals. So, let's get into the video. Quick disclaimer before we get started. I'm not recommending that anybody try consuming protein shakes for 24 hours. What I'm really trying to do is provide some recipes that would be beneficial for people trying to consume protein shakes and don't really know where to get started outside of the classic double scoop of whey protein with almond milk. However, I'm doing 24 hours because I kind of just want to see what the result of all of this would be. I feel like this much protein in a single day probably is going to lead to some constipation. As I'm sure you know, protein shakes are a great way for people to get in extra calories and, of course, extra protein. This is especially true for someone who might be a hard gainer and doesn't necessarily eat enough calories on a day-to-day basis. However, protein shakes can help with weight loss as well. They're great because they allow you to consume more protein, which as a result is going to allow you to feel fuller after a meal. One weight loss shake that you can try at home with pretty much anything that you have around the house, so long as you have whey protein, is going to be a peanut butter espresso protein shake. This is going to be really simple and you can switch out ingredients as you please. For this recipe, you're going to need 30 grams of whey protein. I have chocolate gold standard whey and this works perfectly fine, but you can go ahead and switch the flavors if you please. A full cup of unsweetened almond milk. And this is going to be unsweetened because unsweetened almond milk runs at about 30 calories per serving. So this is a great way to add something to your protein shake that's not going to be watered down. Then you're going to use a powdered peanut butter. I'm using PB Fit, but you can use PB2. It really doesn't make too much of a difference. I'm using about 16 grams here, which is going to be 2 tablespoons. And that's going to allow you to keep calories lower. But if you are a hard gainer, you can go ahead and switch this out for a regular peanut butter, which is going to allow you to consume more calories. Then I've got about 15 grams of cacao powder, and this is just going to add a little bit of burst to your protein shake as a whole. Finally, we're going to use espresso to wrap this up, and this is going to allow us to have that caffeine kick in the morning, which I'm in desperate need of right now. You can also switch out the espresso for coffee. It's up to you. I'm using the espresso, but it really doesn't make any difference, and the calories are essentially non-existent when it comes to coffee, so don't really sweat it if you don't have espresso laying around. And with those ingredients, I'm going to use the Ninja here. This is a little blender. It comes off and has an attachment where I can put like a little shaker bottle top on it. And I'm going to blend it up with this, but you can use a regular blender if you want to. And honestly, because most of these ingredients are powdered, you could technically shake it, but I wouldn't personally because I think that's going to be a little bit difficult to get a nice consistency. It'll probably be a little bit granular if you were to try to use a shaker bottle. So my recommendation would be a blender or some type of blender bottle or something like this, right? But choice is yours. And just like that, we have our first protein shake of the day. You may have been able to see it while I was making this, but I add the espresso after blending all the powdered ingredients. So something to consider. I think it just sits better and I think it tastes better personally. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a little taste test. Overall, it's not bad. It's a little bit chalky tasting because of the cacao powder. So this was unsweetened cacao powder, and I think maybe the move next time is just to add 1 serving, which would be about 5 grams instead of 15. But definitely not bad. Definitely a nice little coffee drink for the beginning of the day. So I'm going to go ahead, finish this up, and I'll see you all at protein shake number 2. Cheers. For shake number 2, I'm going to keep it classic, and we're going to go with the gainer shake. This is going to consist of a scoop of protein. I'm using the chocolate whey here still, a cup of our almond milk, 30 grams of peanut butter, 100 grams of banana, 40 grams of old-fashioned oats. This takes me back to my first powerlifting competition whenever I was trying to put on weight, and what I realized was it was hard to eat a lot of calories, so for me, having these shakes around really helped out a lot. And this one is simple, it's easy, and one of the shakes that you'll see pretty much anywhere online. As far as calories and macros go, we're looking at 579 calories, 59 grams of carbs, 22 grams of fat, and 38 grams of protein. So adding this at the end of the day, maybe, if you're trying to increase your calories, can really go a long way. And this is super simple. We're just gonna put it into our blender, mix it up, and enjoy. And as you can see, this one's a lot lighter of a color than the first one. Definitely a good classic. Let's do a little taste test. Pretty much what I remember it being. Kind of a weird texture from the oats, but overall, not bad. And if I had to do it again, I'd probably start this one out as the first shake and add a little bit of coffee or espresso in there. I think that would be pretty good. Just like Mom used to make them. So I'm gonna take this, enjoy it for a minute, and then I'll go ahead and see you all at protein shake number 3. For protein shake number 3, we're gonna be doing a honey chocolate protein shake. For this, we're gonna need honey, no surprises here, a cup of almond milk, Greek yogurt, and this is gonna be vanilla, and a scoop of whey protein. Once again, we're just gonna put that into our blender, blend it up, and see how it goes. And as we can see, the shake has a little bit more of a pale texture to it, probably because of the Greek yogurt. We're gonna go ahead and give it a taste test. It's pretty good. Definitely a keeper. And fortunately, this is a lower calorie shake. For this entire thing, we're looking at 271 calories, 18 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fat, and about 42 grams of protein. So definitely a lot of protein in this, and definitely tastes good. So I'm gonna finish this up, hit a workout, but I'll see you all at protein shake number 4. For protein shake number 4, we're gonna do a strawberry chocolate smoothie-ish type deal. And this is gonna consist of 100 grams of strawberries, a scoop of whey protein, chia seeds, about 15 grams or so, almond milk, and I'm using a cup here like I have before, and a cup of Greek yogurt. Again, this is the vanilla flavor, and a cup is about 170 grams, give or take, if you're using the same brand, which is that Okio vanilla Greek yogurt. So let's blend it up and see how it tastes. All right, and here we have it. Let's give it a taste test. Pretty good. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting or having high hopes for this one, but I gotta say, it panned out pretty well. Also, just to check in, because I've been drinking protein shakes and nothing but protein shakes for about 12 hours now or so. And I gotta say that for the most part, I feel pretty good. I thought that this was gonna be a little bit more difficult, but to be honest, I feel pretty satiated, and it's probably because of all the protein. But I feel like this is the first thing that I've had that has like actual micronutrients in it. So anyways, that's kind of an update on how I'm feeling. For the most part though, it's not any different than eating meals. I mean, I don't recommend any kind of liquid diet or anything like that, but it's not that bad. So with that said, I'll see you all at protein shake number 5. For the next protein shake, we're gonna do a peanut butter chocolate protein shake. And this is gonna be pretty simple. It's gonna be 1 scoop of whey protein powder, a cup of almond milk, 30 grams of peanut butter, and one of these Gatsby chocolate bars. Now I have the sea salt dark chocolate, but you can do whichever flavor you want. They're pretty low calorie for a chocolate bar their size. They're about 180 calories, so I'm gonna throw that in with mine. And here we have it. Let's give it the taste test. This is the best one that I've had so far. No question about it. I think the sea salt chocolate definitely was a good move. For this guy right here, we're looking at 520 calories even, about 25 grams of carbs, 30.5 grams of fat, and 34 grams of protein. If I had to choose when to make this, I probably would do it like after dinner or something like that. It's super smooth and it would go well with like a cheeseburger, believe it or not. But yeah, definitely a keeper. So I'm gonna finish this and I'll see you all at protein shake number 6, 7, whichever one we're on. For my final protein shake of the day, I'm gonna do something a little crazy. We're gonna do a cookie and cream protein shake. Pretty excited about this one. I've never tried it before. So for this recipe, we're gonna need a cup of almond milk, a scoop of whey protein, a cup of the vanilla flavored Greek yogurt, and 4 Oreo thins. The Oreo thins are nice because they're less calories and it's really just to add a little bit of crunch into this protein shake. And of course, Oreos are delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead, blend that up, and we'll try to see how it tastes. And here it is. Let's give it the taste test. Really good. I think the chocolate peanut butter one was probably my favorite, but this one's a close second, definitely. And for this recipe, if you made it exactly how I made it, you're going to get 390 calories, 34 carbs, 9 grams of fat, and 43 grams of protein. Overall, I would say today was pretty much a success. Tried a couple different protein shakes, and hopefully you learned a little something too. I tried to keep the calories on all of these pretty wide ranged, anywhere from like the high 200s to the mid 5s, so hopefully that panned out well as I'm editing this and figuring out really what those recipes came out to. I know that I've been trying to provide that information, but also sometimes I make mistakes, so you know, I might have a couple asterisks here and there. As for a whole day of drinking nothing but protein shakes, I have to say that I do miss eating food. I mean, I feel full, but I don't feel like the same kind of full. It's almost like being bloated for a long period of time, but not really even being bloated. So definitely excited to be done with this challenge, but also it wasn't a bad one. So I'm going to finish this up, and if you enjoyed today's content, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm posting videos every Thursday, and I've been pretty consistent for the last couple of months. And if you're, already a subscriber, I do want to say thank you. My channel hit 300 subs today, which is a big accomplishment for me. I know there's a lot of people that probably would just kind of side-eye that maybe, but for me, that's a big accomplishment. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited that I'm seeing those subscriptions compound. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.